BrightInvestor office hours. This is, as always, your host, Donald Callahan. Happy to take the time. Um, this will just be a little bit of time to ask questions, answer questions, and just chat a little bit with the folks who are here and talk a little bit about some announcements and things that are coming to BrightInvestor. First announcement I'll make is that we are the new version. Uh, The new version should be out today, I believe. The team's working on it right now. New version is being released, so you should get that email today or tomorrow. Um, which is exciting. Finally, keep putting the new version out there. Love to get those updates done. Besides that, that's really the only major announcement I have right now. That the new version is being released. You guys should hear about that soon, very, very soon. And I'll go ahead and just open the floor open for questions. We've got a smaller crowd today, which is all right, Saturday morning. But absolutely fine to go ahead and open the floor up for questions, comments, concerns, and see how I can help. Orlando, my man, what's up?
Hey, Denon, how you doing, my man? Sorry, I'm driving.
Oh, you're good. You're
Yeah,
A-okay.
but I had to jump on. So I have a question. So there's this feature in BrightInvestor where you can see multiple linked properties.
Yep.
Let's just say no. I found a distressed property. I found the LLC that owns it, but then when I did a property search of like the business of it, I can't seem to find any more information other than the LLC. So I guess, is there another additional strategy that you do in trying to locate these owners that own these properties under an LLC if you can't find them?
So you found a property that had a portfolio,
Yep.
and then you clicked linked properties and you saw the list of properties that they owned.
Yep.
And then you want to know how you can get in touch with that owner.
Exactly. And again, because I did like an LLC search of it, and it just pops up the same address of their, I guess, I don't know, their mailing address, their physical address is, it looks like it's a retail center, but it's not. I don't know. I'm stuck at trying to find more information about how do I get in contact with this owner, because they don't have a large portfolio. They just
Okay.
uh, I guess I'm not dealing with a multi like a hedge fund where they have hundreds and hundreds of properties. They only have about four or five, but again, it would be nice to reach out to this owner. So again, like, just kind of walk me through like your process on how you would find these owners outside of what you're able to find on BrightInvestor.
Yeah. So first off, you should send me the address and I'll take a look at the skip tracing. If you're saying that the skip tracing isn't yielding a phone number or email for that property, the next thing we do is send a piece of direct mail to the registered address is listed in BrightInvestor for where the LLC is located. The other thing I would do is send a direct letter to the properties themselves, the ones that we have, so assuming that they're residential homes, not like vacant land, which maybe it is in your case, but I would mail the registered address of the LLC, and I would register mail the property address, saying, "Hey, we're interested in buying this property," and going in touch that way. Um, the other thing we could do is potentially do a search on whatever state that LLC is registered to in their Secretary of State and attempt to see if they have a registered agent or another person behind it we can get in contact with. But I would probably default to sending a mailer to the letter to the address associated with the LLC first.
Okay, and then it's again, they just have like a physical address, and I did a Google search on that address. It's like a regular retail store or retail, like I don't know what you would call it. I don't know. Yeah, retail, I guess you would call it. So just that's what I was thinking. But I was thinking there's probably going to be another way to get that phone number outside of sending a mailer, because I'm assuming they're probably getting other mails as well too.
Do you remember the address, the property?
Yeah, I Street in Kissimmee.
Sorry, it cut out there for a second. I heard street in Kissimmee,
Yeah, so 1107
1107.
Penfield, Pen Field,
Okay,
and it's in Kissimmee, Kissmmee.
so 1107.
Penfield, Penfield.
I got it. All right. Let's see here. 1107 Penfield Street, Kissimmee, Florida.
Yeah, and it should be like W Investments LLC, something like that. Do you see that?
I have these four owned by Gustavo Jaramillo.
Okay, maybe it's 1103 then. Yeah, it's 1103. I'm sorry.
Okay. There you go. Yep. West Realty by Skip Trace. So you're saying that when you click Skip Trace, it didn't give you these phone numbers?
Uh, all I got was an address, and then when I did a Google search on it, it just showed up a property, and then I wasn't able to get numbers.
Okay, so I can see here we do have 4 phone numbers and 6 email addresses for this guy
Okay.
in here. So I would give that a shot. Um,
Okay.
all right here and seeing what we can get associated with. Um, yeah. So you can see here what I do to kind of double check this, right, is I can see, okay, great, there was a transaction um to this was a double close, right? We can see this on the same day the property was double closed from Bobby Cant to Keystone, Florida, and then the Keystone, Florida sold it to W Realty Investments LLC the same day. This is a double closing. And if we look at this guy's emails, right, we can see uh be the same kind of email, right? ANRAO 2004 at Yahoo, ANRAO 2004 at Gmail, ANRAO 2004 Yahoo again, Alexander Scene 89, right? We're seeing consistencies in what we're going after here. So we do have contact information for that. I'd probably start right there.
Okay. Yeah, for a reason, I don't know why that information didn't pop up when I was searching, because yeah, it seemed pretty simple.
Yeah, no problem. Well, it may have been one of the bugs we're fixing right now with the new version. So probably if there's any glitches, probably getting fixed today. But yeah, it looks like we do have a bunch of data for it right there. And so I would take these numbers. They're all 407 numbers. And then we have 407 370 3500, and then 407 312 0313 as our primary cell. So we got 2 good phone numbers and like 3 or 4 different email addresses.
Okay. And then just looking at that property as a sample, like, what if I wanted like to comp it for like a flip?
Yeah, so we'll flip it. Exact. Exact. Okay, so properties older, but similar bath size properties in this area are going for about 276 a foot. So that put this one's kind of like, and we can go take a look. When did this get sold? This one sold recently. And this one just sold the 3.2 1080 for 210. This one is same size. So this one just sold like a month ago for 210. I don't know if I have a photo of it though. What about, let's try this one. This one sold for 240. This one looks to be more renovated. It's from the exteriors. And my market research is saying the average price per square foot right now is 211. It's been coming down recently. So quick math tells me, right? Just do a couple of quick calculations. 1050 times 211 would put us right around $220,000. And I can see at the top line, I got a couple of these ones that were sold as well recently. And here's, yeah, this one right here. This one's nice and pretty. It's nice and fully updated inside. And this one went for as high as 310. There's what it looked like before. So there's the before and after photos on this flip. And they sold it for they sold it for what, 310 or 300? Yeah, 300. So I think you got an ARV of somewhere in the range of like 290 or so, based on what I'm seeing here at the high end with the full rehab on it, full renovation. I think it's worth in the low 200s now. Um, Days on market are going up right now, so I'd be conscious of that. But there are fewer listings on market right now, and the home prices are down a little bit. So to flip it, I would say if we're gonna be able to sell it for this, hmm, hmm, if you were to buy it for around 199 with an ARV of 290, you spend 3 months renovating it with a we'll call it a $30,000 renovation budget, which for a 1,000 square foot house, I mean, assuming it doesn't need significant structurals, right? Assuming it's in decent shape. I mean, you should gross 88,000 and net around 34. That's a decent little deal. But I would probably, yeah. We can look at this one too. 2218 Catherine. Yeah, this one just sold for 325 in this area. Just sold for 325. And it was about the is older, but the same size, similar size lot that sold for 3 months ago. So yeah, I'm thinking on 290s your ARV here. So I'd offer him as under 200 for this thing, assuming the renovation is going to be about 30 grand. Which I think is, it's pretty solid. It's $30 a foot on the renovation, which is a pretty moderate rehab. But yeah, that's where I'd be sitting.
Okay.
And then
Awesome.
if you
All right.
had
Well,
to,
I have that. I guess my follow-up question is, aren't there like levers that you can add to that spreadsheet where you can like, I know it's going to need more than 30,000, right? So if
Mhm.
let's just say I'm comfortably, let's just say 50 to 70, and then let's be a little bit more conservative and put another 10% on top of that, right? Can't,
Yeah, yeah, we can do that.
uh,
So
I'm assuming like once those levers are tugged a little bit, you can figure out what we would need to be at to purchase it, and then consider all the associated the holding costs for it, right?
yep. So we're gonna put a contingency on here. Boost our renovation. Budget is 60K. Boost our holding period of 4 months. And the new field calculator that's coming out, we're actually making this separated so you can do like line by line item like budgeting, like roof, windows, HVAC. You can like
Mm,
budget line by line for the whole thing.
yeah.
So on this one, then you would need to buy it for 170. You'll gross 118 and net closer to 25,000 over
Okay.
4 months. So 170 is where you want to be. And I mean, I'd probably want to closer to a $30,000. So I'd probably offer like 160 to 165. And we know they bought it for around 67K, 8 years ago. So they're doing fine. And they have no loan on it. So there's a lot of room here to negotiate.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Hey, man, thank you for
You,
doing that. I appreciate it.
you got it right here. All right. Yeah, Kathy, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Good morning. I have
I am good.
I have a couple of beginner basic questions. Um,
Sure.
the other day that you were helping me with Cupertino, you drew
Hmm.
a map around that section, and I can't
Yep.
get it to do that. I've tried everything I can think of, and I can't get it to draw a map.
So we click search deals, and then when you have your boundary, so this is saying I'm looking for single family on market properties within 3 miles. We just click 3 miles and click draw boundary.
Okay.
And
Then
then we can go ahead.
yeah, I just couldn't find that draw boundary. Um, then on that same section, I did try to do a download of that list that we got. And
Hmm.
when it downloaded, it didn't give me the situs address. It just gave it a street address and the street, I'm sorry, the street name, and that didn't even correspond to the actual property. And then the owner's addresses were missing the numbers. And I didn't know if there was like, wait, is there somewhere in here that I missed, like what fields you can select?
No, I don't think so. I think this is something that we had a user mention about 2 days ago we've been fixing. We had a user try to download a list out and the phone numbers didn't show up. So can you email me a copy of the list you tried to download?
Sure. And then last one is just, I'm sure it's a glitch. I was in Safari.
Hmm.
When I dropped a pin, it would drop a
Hmm.
black square over the whole area. And then so I switched to Brave and it didn't do that.
Okay. Oh, Safari. Okay. So when you drag and drop this orange pin on the map like this, it would drop a black box.
Yeah.
That's a first. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and
And
write
only,
those
and
down.
only, only in Safari. So I just thought I would
Okay.
mention.
No, yeah, that's what these sessions are for in part. When dropping pin, couldn't find the drop boundary, and then the download list download had some omissions.
Yeah, just missing fields. And
Yeah, I'm betting that's already fixed with what we've patched that's coming out tonight, but we'll check it regardless. Yeah, email me that list so I can take a look at it.
okay.
Yeah, and I appreciate the feedback there. We
No, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't doing something wrong.
No,
So
you're probably not. No, I probably not doing anything wrong. Um, we've had some of our vendors have emailed us this week that they've had problems with their system and they have been releasing hot fixes to their systems to try to fix it so that our system isn't broken. So we've been back and forth all week trying to get that figured out. But I'm betting that's one of the things that because it had to do the fix that we're working on had to do with the address pulling and pulling the right property verification with the numbers and the addresses. So I'm pretty sure that's what it had to work with.
okay,
But with the new push, I'll take the list you pulled and we'll look into it, see if we can make sure it works.
okay, I'll send it to you right now.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. Fun part is, oh, not the fun part. The For me, like when we were first building BrightInvestor, we were releasing like crazy, and we would move fast and break things. And now with how many people we have, just using it, we got to move slower than I want because we have to like double check and triple check everything. And it's like, hey, we're gonna fix this because what we don't want to do is release fixes and then break it even more. So it's like, I'm still in the day like, come on guys, let's get this patched and fixed and out tomorrow. And they're like, well, we could do that, but it might break everything else. And it's like, yeah, I don't want to do that.
We have so much
But I
stuff.
appreciate it.
Yeah, I can see where
Oh
you're
yeah,
drawing from so many different places.
oh yeah. But no, I just sent those messages over to the team. So, and with you guys with the email here within 24 hours on the new release with the videos. So you'll get a copy of that, and that should pretty much we did a pretty thorough testing of the platform with the fixes we've done, which is why it's taking us a little bit longer. We feel like we're doing pretty well, and then we're gonna get started on our next pieces of the pie. But thank you. And let's see here. Any other questions I can support with today? Mhm. That's all right.
I'm just like a fly on the wall today. I'm doing running a few errands, so just more listening in.
Yeah, you're good, man. You're good. Absolutely. Not a problem at all. You've got yeah, these sessions are just to help where if and where we can. No pressure. Either way to have questions ready because you guys of course can always email me and ask me whatever questions you guys have as well, or use our chat functionality. So not a problem.
Did have one question because I did come in a little bit late.
Mhm.
What were the updates for the upcoming release?
Yeah, yeah. So this is going to be okay. Let's see here. So we added the ability to toggle the powered by BrightInvestor branding. So you can now turn that on or off. We now added some more probate information. You can now filter for rent comps based on distance. You can now set price min and maxes for when you're going to looking for properties. Our rental comps will now offer a per square foot valuation on rent comps. Um, the rent reports, the new product is now going live. You can now, when you're on the map and you just normally right now when you are looking at the map on BrightInvestor and you zoom in, right, it doesn't show you anything. But when you zoom in on the map, it'll show all the property pins for all the neighboring properties. So you don't have to know the address. You can just click on the property and see what's going on there. Um, we're upgrading our free trial because the free trial is no longer uh like half access for 7 days. It's now full access for 14 days, but it requires people to put a card down, and then they get charged at the end of the 14 days. So that happened. And then the search history, so allowing people to BrightInvestor will keep track of all the properties and addresses you search. And when you go to type in an address in the BrightInvestor in the search bar, it will prompt you saying, "Hey, here's your most recently searched properties. Do you want to look them back up?" Then we have oh like 15 or 16 just minor bugs and issue not see here uh yeah, 15 to 20 or so bugs that we've been squashing, things like that which we've just been fixing. So that's what's coming out now. Then the next release will have the bright reports going to the new mobile friendly version, and then adding the new bird calculator and fix and flip calculator. The goal is to have that within about 2 weeks. Then the next release after that will have the integrations for the CRMs. And then the widget will be coming out after that. And we have a bunch of other minor features we're rolling out as well, including smart messages. So like when BrightInvestor, when you do something and gives you a yellow notification saying, hey, that didn't work, you will now be able to essentially, instead of just saying, hey, that search didn't work, it'll say, hey, this search didn't work for this reason, but we've gone ahead and we've done a different search under these parameters to help you give a result. So it'll do like so to trying to create fewer dead ends and more workarounds. So, hey, this didn't work for you, or this search didn't yield results, try this search. So that's what's coming out as well. All about trying to make BrightInvestor a bit more intuitive, a bit more user friendly, a bit more scalable.
Okay, so that one's like kind of like a smart search, like um,
Yeah,
kind of updating it based on like what you're looking for. And it's like, okay, even though you didn't get this specifically, here's one that probably might suit what you're looking for.
exactly. Yeah. So again, like this fewer dead ends, more like, okay, great, that road's closed. Here's another road we can take to get there. Just trying to make sure that someone can flow through the system and it's smoother and faster and easier. But those are the things that are coming out as soon as possible. We got a lot of things planned for this summer that we're continuing to drop in.
Nice, definitely good stuff.
Um, all right. And Kathy, I just sent a message over to the team. They already got back to me. Um, the the list download having some emissions. The team's actually fixing that bug as we speak. They're coding it right now. They are already aware of it. We're going to test Safari, but Safari can't be run on Windows, so we have to test it somewhere else. And then we are going to see about maybe putting the draw boundary somewhere else, so it's a little bit easier to find. But
Okay, thanks.
yeah, we move fast. Yeah, so that's the stuff that we have going on and things we're working on. Um, Gotta think here. Yeah, I think that's it. Um, yeah, got some more people moving through the diamond program I can share. You guys are mentioned Sarah's on her bird. Jason's got a fourplex closing. Got another guy, Anshuman, should be offering on his first two properties this week, which is exciting. In Texas and Alabama. So we should be closing. He should be offering those this week. We're meeting to negotiate. There are some new builds that he wants to buy. So we are meeting. I'm meeting with him on Tuesday to meet with their lender and the contracting company to negotiate down some rates, which is great. So moving and shaking, little by little, get moving things forward. Um, let's see. Chester, I think there are 8 or 9 in diamond, I believe. 8 or 9. Might be 10. 8 or 9 or 10. Right in that range. Yeah, right around there. So I'm working with. That's why Tim and I've got some goals on these multifamilies. Tim, we meet this week, don't we? Correct? We have our next meeting already set up?
I gotta check. I don't know. I'm just coming back from Europe for a week, so I'm a bit behind. But
That's right. That's right. Beautiful trip, man. How was it?
man, the weather was beautiful. It was mid 60s and sunny the whole week, so it was nice.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad to hear that. I'm very glad to hear that.
Thanks.
Well, I've got time open on Tuesday and Thursday for you, man. Whenever you're ready.
Sounds like a plan. Yeah, I'll put some
Perfect.
time on for Tuesday, I think.
Sounds perfect. Perfect. Yeah, it's been fun. Still early, still moving forward, still shaking, but the diamond program up. We're about just a few months into it of just starting it up and letting people in, and I think almost 30% of people have now closed or about to close on properties, which is solid. And I'm trying to get that up to. I'm trying to get that. And then part of it's just people are so new, we're just not quite there yet. But I'm trying to get close to 80 or 90% of people closing by the time they're done. So and moving and shaking. So it's been fun. And Chester, no, we're not doing. I don't do cohorts. I'm capping it around 10 people. Because if I showed you guys my calendar for next week, you would not believe it. I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 54 meetings next week in coaching sessions. 54 webinars, consults, coaching calls, mentee mentor conversations. in both commercial real estate and diamond program. It's one-on-one stuff. So I'm capping it at like maybe two more for now. I think I'm at 8. I think I have 8 people working with me right now. It's been amazing. But I'm just about 2 more. But that's why I cap it, because I try to get really hands-on and I want to work with people one-on-one only. I don't really do one. I want this to be the kind of group consensus, and then everything I do one-on-one is just what do you need and how can I help, and how can we, move, kind of tackle the hurdles together one-on-one. So it's really fun. I really, really like being able to work with people who are doing very different strategies. So folks who are doing burrs or small commercial multifamily to flips to new builds. So everyone's got a different strategy they want to go after, which is really, really fun for me. So I enjoy it. My favorite part is when we get through all the market research and the analysis phase, and people are like, "Come on, Zanel, let's go faster and faster." And I say, "Okay, it's great. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there." And then it comes time, and I say, every time so far, it's been great. I say, "Okay, great. It's a good property. Let's offer on it." And I watch the fear rise in their face, like, "Wait. I'm not actually to buy something. Wait, we're gonna make an offer on something." I'm like, "Yeah, why we're here." Uh, they're like, "But what if we have another market?" And I'm like, "The whole reason I'm here right now is to force and push you over the edge and make sure you buy this thing." Um, and that's just really fun, because then we start getting into the uncomfortable waters, and that's where the growth happens. So I have a lot of fun with that. And let's go ahead and see here. And Chester, if you want to check out Diamond, there's the link. Oh, wait, there's the link for it in the chat. You can go check out. We made a little website kind of detailing it. You can check it out if you like. Um, let's see what else is going on this week. If you, again, oh, also, for the feature releases, if you guys have any CRMs you're using, I need to know what you are using as we build out the custom integrations. So if you have a system that you want BrightInvestor to talk directly to, I need you to communicate that with me, so it goes on my list. I don't want to forget any of those things. So just make sure you shoot me an email or shoot us a message about whatever CRM you're leveraging. We already have about 10 or 11 or so that we are on our list. Some of the more well-known ones. So if you have anything else, please let us know. If there are, let's notate. Okay. All right. Well, if there are no other questions today, we can go ahead and make it a tight, efficient session on what we have going on today. No me. Let's give you guys back a little bit of time on your Saturdays. I would say go ahead and make sure that you guys watch for the new release email coming out. As soon as that's out, remember, we'll clear your cache, we'll reset, do your log out, log back in. New version will be live. It should have all those patches and fixes for you. Make sure you play around with the new rent reports that are coming out, and make sure if you haven't already uploaded your photos and information onto the system, you do that so you can brand your rent reports. And yeah, let's go ahead and finish it up there.
Thanks, Renato.
You got it. Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Have a great
thanks.
rest of your weekend.